Okay, this could be an epiphany for you. No matter how much you think you understand what's going on out there, and you know we're programmed, you know most things that you see are lies, I'm going to address every single one of these points that will help you to possibly see past the deep programming that could be holding you back. And after we talk today, you could possibly shift into something so powerful and understand the matrix programming that we've created ourselves, why, who's doing it, and why they continue to battle so much harder now to keep us in that density. Are you ready to explore this? This could be that video that changes your life. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. We're going to start with a few very basic things that you've probably seen on my channel if you've been watching for a while. First of all, please subscribe and support my positive messages that you're all powerful, unlimited, a beautiful, perfect, already perfect light being, experiencing something fabulous. Not a prison planet. Is there anybody out there that had a problem with me asking for a subscription? Programming. How dare Landria promote her channel, her free channel, asking for us to subscribe? You know, I'm going to go into some things that you may not realize how deeply programmed you are, that holds you back and holds back all of the light keepers and workers out there who are trying to shine that light to let you know that you're spewing back what you've been told is okay that doesn't work for you. Let's start with how you earn. Now, we are 87%, probably way more now, I think it's probably 90% of people earning money, no matter what their jobs are, on any level, are unhappy. They're sick, they're frustrated. Why are they staying in those jobs? The programming is those people who control those manufacturing plants, those corporations, those industries, all these things that pretty much damage everything in our lives, right? Our health, our planet, everything, including the gaming that's created, that's destructive, that kills people, steals and kills, war. Give it to your kids. Buy it, these expensive things, buy it and give it to your kids. Not only are you supporting them and giving your hard-earned money to them, you are now handing it over to your kids to program them that violence and conflict is acceptable. Think about this. You might even be playing these games, okay? I want you to think about this. If we weren't programmed to believe that we should be unhappy, be okay with being unhappy in our jobs, and that's responsible, and that going after our dreams is silly and ridiculous, irresponsible, because if you go after your dreams, you can't earn money doing that. Being miserable to earn money is what you should do. It's acceptable, because if you get the money, then you'll be happy, because we know that doesn't happen. Guess who wants that? Those who own, control, power, money, all of it, cannot function if they don't have the majority of people willing to give up their happiness to work in those places. So the programming is, even though you hate this, you will be a responsible, good family person if you stay there, because you have a responsibility to put food on the table and pay your bills. Well, who said we have to do it in jobs we hate? Oh no, we're programmed. It keeps this whole structure in place. And so, very few people, right, 10% actually step outside of that to do something they love that makes them healthy and happy. Now, when you do things that you hate, you become unhappy, unhealthy. What happens when you're unhealthy? Yes, you have to take drugs. So this institution says that the thing that you should be doing if you feel this is to take a drug to solve the problem, right? Now, holistic healing, all of these other things that are presented are made fun of. And you, the majority of people out there, because I hear it, make fun of that. Anything that's out of the box, the general public will, because it's accepted, make fun of that. Even if you think maybe a little bit different, you're not going to say it. Because you are stepping out of the box, and you'll be one of those cray-cray people that believes we can heal ourselves. Why? That's way too powerful. It's threatening to the density. It's threatening to the powers that control with money and sickness. All of this is so programmed. And so I see commercial after commercial after commercial. In fact, I'd say at least 90% of the commercials that I see come on when I'm watching television, the few times I do, mostly pills that you take. And then they give you the list, right? May cause depression, thoughts of suicide, kidney failure, death. It goes on and on and on and on. Why do we do that? Why? What is the solution to become healthy and happy? Well, that means we might have to quit that job we hate, and we're supporting that manufacturing plant. So a few of you have said, oh, you're promoting your book. Now we can watch television, a program, and a commercial with multimillionaire NFL players who get paid millions to push junk food, toxic junk food, they probably don't eat themselves, that they know kids are watching those commercials and that they'll eat that garbage. And you're okay with that, right? No, you're probably okay with that. Well, they're NFL players and it's just a commercial. Now, that's somehow acceptable. But if a spiritual person sells their book, they are pushing a product. You're selling something. Doesn't the Bible cost you money when you buy it in a bookstore? Does A Course in Miracles cost money? How do you earn money? So I'm going to ask you right now, how do you earn money? This is a spiritual butt kick. Because pointing fingers means that we better be freaking doing it this way. That's why I say break through fear. We've got to start raising the frequency of the planet one light being at a time. And I'm not talking about that one light being, I'm talking about this one. If I can't get this in check, then I shouldn't be talking to anybody about anything. I need to be looking at myself. Am I living it? Now, I told you guys, I pulled the store off of this channel because it was selling, I was selling mugs and t-shirts and things that had my logos on it. I realized I can't do that anymore. I realized I have to take it to the next level. I cannot sell anything that harms the planet. Within reason, I mean, we're not completely off the hook with that, but we have to do our best efforts. Let's talk about our relationships. We're told that divorce is bad, that you should be with somebody that you commit to for the rest of your life. Yes, that's another programming. And also, marriages are, you're supposed to marry within your circle. That means the wealthy should marry the wealthy because they'll stay in power, and that you, how dare you, step outside of your station in life. You should marry another broke person or another uneducated person. And we accept this because we feel if we step outside, we're not worthy. Oh, wow, they're above me. They're well educated. They have more money. This is the deep, deep programming. Deep programming. And you're going along with it on some level, aren't you? I want you to look at all three of these areas. Well, I have to pay my bills, Landria. Yes, in a system that makes sure that you stay there. Because if you, then put your money, now, here's the financial institutions. I was an investment bank. Let's put your money into all of these stocks and bonds and all these things that we make more money with your money. And then, of course, every 10 to 20 years, it tanks and we lose it because that system's screwed up too. And it's corrupt as hell. All of it. I worked there. Are there honest people? Are there wonderful people? Are there some good companies? Yes, of course there are. but the systems it's themselves, none of it works. All of these institutions are going to collapse. They cannot possibly stay afloat unless we support them. And so this is the new earth. And I talked to you about light workers retreating. Some of you said, yes, we're pulling back. Not because you stopped wanting to make a difference, but because you're going to make a bigger difference by now just living your lives in the new world that doesn't do any of that. That doesn't do any of it. If you're not getting along with somebody and they're disrespecting you, and you consistently know that this is a problem, and your kids are exposed to this, get out. And that's my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm suggesting it. Abuse, why are you taking it? So we are told to put up with all of this stuff, and we're sick. We're getting sick. So you guys have seen this. Oh, it's a promotion. Yeah, I'm changing people's lives. Digital explorers, we are creating planet conscious businesses based on nothing but passion, purpose, and positive impact, and then prosperity. Then we make money. Then I tell you how to make money doing it. We create entire businesses around what you love. And we have people who are in there that have been sick because of what they're doing for a living, because as they say, they were in survival mode. You are no longer in survival mode. Get out of survival mode. There is abundance for everyone. You should charge for things that you present to people that are of value, until which time we don't need money anymore. You should not be supporting the things that are unhealthy. You should not be buying toys and crap for your kids that are going to end up in the oceans that they have to swim in when you're gone. Leave a legacy that you're proud of. We have to take the action. We have to take the action. It's a very serious video. This matrix is so much deeper than you know. And it's not the program, it's the humans. Because through our actions and our thoughts and our entanglement, we're the programmers. So the program changes when we stop participating in certain programming. It's not something that is imposed on us. We are the program. And when we shift our energy field, and it is happening, I assure you it's happening. That tipping point, we're in it. We're going into the knowing. That's when you realize all of it is made up density lies to control in people that are living in fear because they believe that the material world is it, and that everything rests on the material world. That is the lowest form. They're in the basement. They don't know they don't even know there's a penthouse. And they are going to make fun of the people in the penthouse, and they're going to get you to join them. I told you about my post in Instagram, shocked the heck out of me. I was showing debris, I didn't know at the time that it was debris off of SpaceX program that burns up upon re-entry after it puts a satellite up. Yeah, I knew it was something. I was filming it, and I showed it. I said, wow, I don't know what this is. I saw a flash and these things spiraling down. And the response was so nasty. Not the majority, but there was meanness. And I got an insight into what's out there that is so very disheartening. And you wonder why the light workers are retreating, because I don't have to listen. By the way, I shut it down. I'm not saying I won't come back, but why would I expose myself to that when I can go over here and entangle with those who are going to help me to create something amazing? And then, if you want to join us, you can, but you have to go up to the penthouse. And if you are tuned in to something else, you'll never find it. That's what's happening right now. We are participating in the healthy world. So if you're pointing fingers at people like myself who's selling a book that's changing lives, because I do this for a living. Thank you. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I'm able to do this every day and pay my bills. I don't have to defend myself. But why are you picking on that? How are you paying your bills? Let's take a look at you. Yes, he without sin cast the first stone. You are all gods. We're all creators. What are you creating? I'm not here to chastise you or tell you you're wrong. I'm telling you to take a good, hardened look at how much programming you're living right now in your relationships, in your work, how you think about money and how you think of other people with money, or what spirituality is and how we should be broke. We can't be abundant like the people who destroy the planet. It's okay if they earn money, right? You're buying Bitcoin? Sure, that's okay. But keep those spiritual people broke. That's programming, and you're spewing it back out. Shaming people for charging for their spiritual books or their spiritual training or whatever. Think about this. While we take our pills and we eat our junk food and our toxins, while we continue to buy the stuff to support that. It's you and it's me. You have a decision to make in everything, everything. And if there's something you're doing right now you need to stop, it has to happen now. You have to do it now. Because everything counts. And you will have to look back, and you don't want to regret it. You want to know you did your part. Don't beat yourself up for what you've done to this point. It's part of the learning experience. But now that you have knowledge, you can never go back. What are you doing? Nothing wrong with the material world, but how are you earning it, and what are you doing with it? Is it time to make a big change? This is the programming, the deep, deep programming. And you and I are the programmers. You're willing to change it? Come join me. And yes, buy my book. It's Changing Lives. It was downloaded. I was told it had to come out now. Digital Explorers, free webinars, how to create businesses based on pure passion. Abundance, joy will come when you start to do really good things and that you're proud of. And the positive impact we're going to make on this planet. Planet conscious businesses. Nothing else is allowed on that platform. It's making people pretty happy. It's a world they're not used to. It's shocking to see how they absolutely don't know what to do half the time. And they realize they've been told to survive for so long. They can't imagine exploring the things that they love, that they're actually going to make money doing it. Yeah, so if you want to criticize that, go at it. I know what I'm doing is what I'm passionate about. And I know how I make money I'm proud of. And you can join that world if you want to. We'll be here to support you all the way. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.